Hello, friends. Welcome back. So, in today's session, we are going to discuss about the major primary focus areas of IT asset management. Till now, we try to understand the life cycle of IT asset management. We try to understand the different functions getting performed by the IT asset management team. We also focus the importance of hardware asset management as well as importance of software asset management in IT industry. And today we are going to understand the primary focus of IT asset management team, which is helping each and every organization to streamline their IT infrastructure, optimize the cost, monitor the usage of software, and making their organization audit ready. But in order to do that, IT asset management team has to do the lot of work in backend, which nobody is aware of. So we should be start understanding the primary focus of IT asset management team, which is helping your organization to grow and do some sort of cost optimization. So without wasting time, I would like to start the discussion about the primary focus areas of IT asset management. So, with this note, as we all know, in order to prepare the effective license position, so there is a basic prerequisites which is license entitlement and license deployment data. So, IT asset management team will always keep data collection activity on priority, and that is going to be the major focus area, because without having data in place we cannot prepare ELP. And in order to prepare the ELP, it's really important to have the license entitlement data in place as well as software deployment data in place. So how we are getting license entitlement data, what is going to be the source of license entitlement data, what is going to be the source of software deployment data, how could we gather and collect the data. So we are going to discuss in detail. So first we will try to understand the first pillar, which is going to be the gathering and collecting the software license entitlement data. That is going to be the first and most important activity and focus area of SAM team, because unless and until you have the license contracts or the purchase data in place, you cannot understand what you own. So in order to understand the licenses which is purchased by your organization, the contracts which your organization has signed with different publisher, you won't be able to analyze the data, and you won't be able to prepare the effective license position. And if you fail to prepare the ELP, then you won't be able to understand the risk and you will get caught in audit. So that is going to be the audit issue. So in order to get audit ready, it's really important to have much clarity on this topic, and we should be knowing what are the basic key parameters or the key focus areas which item team is working. So the first one which we have already discussed, which is going to be the collecting license entitlement data. For this we have to get in touch with the procurement team. Your company might have the centralized procurement repository. If it is in place, you can simply gather and fetch the software purchase proof from that centralized repository. If there is no centralized procurement process, in that situation you might have to chase with different stakeholders or different purchase team in order to get or collect the software license purchase proof, like your invoice copy or the purchase PO copy. And you also needs to ask for the contract and agreement copies also. So once you have this data in place, you will have to do the data analysis. You will have to review the received entitlement data. You will have to perform the analysis, as well as you will have to manipulate and normalize the received data. And once you have normalized all of this data, then that is going to be considered as a software license baseline. And your software license baseline is going to be the first primary key focus area of item team, because if your baseline is inaccurate, then you won't get accurate compliance number. So preparing the accurate software license baseline is going to be the first key primary focus area of ITAM team. So apart from that, in order to prepare the effective license position, as we all know, it's really important to have the software deployment data in place. We should be knowing what are the softwares those are installed in our customer infrastructure, what are the softwares are getting used, what are the softwares are not in use, what are the authorized software, what are the unauthorized software, what are the blacklisted and what are the whitelisted softwares in my customer organization or in our infrastructure. And in order to identify this information, we will have to deploy the scanning agent. We will have to install and deploy the scanning agent in your organization or in your infrastructure. It means that each and every endpoint should have installed the scanning agent. So depends on your organization what kind of discovery tool is your company or your organization has implemented or deployed. You will be having dependency on that discovery tool in order to get the software deployment data or software installation data. But it's very important to deploy and install the scanning agent or the discovery tool in your organization. So as we know, there are standard software asset management tools are available in the market. Those are much popular, like your Flexera. Then we have the SLM, which is no license manager, which is now merged with your Flexera. Then we have ServiceNow SAM Pro. So we have multiple tools available in the market, but yeah, these are the top three, I will say. These are the top three tools those are making big change in the IT asset management industry. So this tool needs to be deployed and implemented in your organization, and once you have the tool in place, you can simply collect or gather the deployment data. You may get that deployment data from SCCM also. You may have some other discovery, depend on your organization. It's not required. Your company should have Flexera or I will say the SLM or ServiceNow only. So depend on your organization which tool they are using. You will have to rely on that data. Just keep this thing in mind. So next to that, once you have the deployment data in place, you should be thinking about what you are using and what you are not using. If we are not using something, then we should be thinking about the reharvesting. We should get validation and verification or confirmation from the end user. If that doesn't require, then we should plan to get it uninstalled and we can reuse the same software for another user. And this is how your ITAM team or the SAM team or software professional or SAM professional can do the millions and billions of saving for your organization. And this is how SAM team is playing very important role in order to do the cost optimization. So in order to do this activity, we have some dependency on the discovery tool, and based on discovery tool and their data, we can take the further step and we can plan it accordingly. So I would like to conclude the primary focus areas in last. So the first primary focus area, I will say we should know what we owned. It is talking about the software license entitlement or the software titles which is purchased and owned by my organization. We should understand what are the products has been purchased by my company. Then we should be knowing what are the license entitlements which we have owned, what are the legal contracts which have signed with different publisher, what are the agreements we have owned. And once we have better understanding about what we own, then we should start thinking about what we are using. So what we are using is going to talk about what we have deployed, what we have installed in customer infrastructure. So this is talking about software deployment report or software installation report. And if once we have both the data in place, means that what we have owned and what we are using, based on that we can do the future forecasting. We should take a further call, what next, what should we do, what is our stock, what is our baseline, what is our need, what is what is our usage. So based on all this parameter, we have to take a future call, we have to do the future forecasting, and we should plan what is going to be the future need, what is going to be the future requirement, and based on that we can help our organization to keep the stock ready in advance. There should not be a last moment rush, and we can fulfill the business requirement so that there will be no impact on business, and our organization should work smoothly, and we are going to be the centralized point of our organization, and we are helping our organization to keep our business smooth, and each and every end user should get the wow experience and amazing experience by getting services on time. So this is how SAM team is playing very big difference in IT asset management industry, or in each and every industry, by delivering the better SAM services by focusing on these key areas. I hope guys, you people enjoyed this session. You people understood the key primary focus areas where SAM team is keeping more focus in order to enhance the great experience of end user. So thank you so much guys for your time. uh, at the end, I would like to request you to subscribe to my channel if you have not done it yet, and I would like to enjoy your weekend. I don't want to take your much time guys. Thank you so much. Bye bye.